Hi, folks. I'm joined by two of our latest franchisees who've just launched their business. I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves and tell us where in the country they are operating from. So I'm going to ask Tracy to go first.
Hi, I'm Tracy Andrew, and we're at Peterborough West.
Peterborough. Very good. And Linden.
Yeah, Linden Andrew from Peterborough West.
Okay. Mother and son combo.
That's it. Yeah. Dream
Very
team.
good. Very good. No, I like it. So let's start with you this time, Linden. What did you do before you ventured into a EweMove endeavour?
So most of my career I spent as an aircraft technician in the Royal Air Force. Then went on to do some recruitment, bit of a different change of work. Then when that kind of come to an end, I was selling my house. Sold my house a few months ago. So kind of was looking for an opportunity, and then that's when I remembered about EweMove and how good of a job they did, and kind of started to pull at this string, and here we are.
Excellent. So you sold your house with EweMove, and that's what drew you to us, yes?
That's it. Yeah.
Very good. So, what was that guy, the Remington fellow? You know, you liked the company so much, he bought it, didn't he?
Yeah.
You won't remember that, Linden, but older
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
And how about you, Tracy? What did you do beforehand?
Well, when I left school, I trained to be a mental health nurse and worked in nursing for a good few years. I then went into sort of a teaching role for adult learners. I dabbled in childcare while raising my family as well, and did my degree while I was doing that. And then went back into teaching. So I was teaching school leavers and adults in apprenticeships and supporting with pastoral care.
Excellent. Yes, very different background. So, what made you both decide that estate agency was the sweet spot?
Well, for
Well,
me,
go on.
well, for me, I had a few changes in my life coming up to 50. Linden came to me with a proposition, and I just thought about it and said, right, let's just go for it. Yeah, new challenge, let's go. And that's, I looked into it first and saw no issues with it. And then we just ran with it. Yeah, we set a date and here we are.
Yeah, that was really good. So, apart from selling your house with EweMove, Linden, what set EweMove apart, do you think, compared to some of the other options you might have explored?
As in where to go with a career or as an
Well, yeah,
estate
in terms
agent?
of the franchise offer and the estate agency structure, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, it started right back from the beginning. I actually just Googled. I think best estate agents in Spaldings. That's where I was living at the time, and EweMove was at the top. So that was kind of the very first thing. Then the whole process that we went through with the team was just a step ahead of where everybody else was. So I'd used a few estate agents before, and just how everything was handled and how the attention to detail as well. You could really tell that it was a premium service. I then looked further into the company and saw that he was winning awards and doing things differently, being quite disruptive. So that again caught my interest. And then the way I actually found, I wasn't aware that you could franchise it until it was just a Google ad. I think so. Get started for however much it was, and looked into it, and it made sense. I think it was well suited to mine and mum's personalities as well. So yeah, thought go for it.
Yeah, excellent. No, really, really good sort of stars aligning by the sounds of it. Sounds really good. And
That's it. Yeah.
and it's nice that you picked up on not only the written word of what we aim to do by way of delivering a good experience, but you've actually experienced it and kind of seen it for yourself. So that's really, really good to hear. So that's
Yeah.
fantastic. So now you've started the business. What are your goals between you then, in terms of what you hope to achieve?
Do you want to start again?
Yeah, well, my goals are to continue to have challenges in life. I would like to make the business successful, learn new skills, meet interesting people, and enjoy the process as I'm going, which I am doing. It's great to be able to work with Linden as well. Sort of build something with my son. So it's more sort of personal goals as well as professional, because sort of going through and tailoring my professional life around family. There are always a lot of restrictions, and I don't have those restrictions now. So it's an interesting journey for me, and a nice journey, and a different one. So that's my personal goals for it. So yeah.
No, very good. And how about you, Linden?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the business itself, we've spoke about where we want to be in 1 year, 5 years, and I think we've agreed that our long-term goal is to grow, get more territory, and have a strong team of both sales and rentals. So hopefully following the footsteps of Spalding and Stamford.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. Well, they're certainly showing the way there. That's really good. Yeah, so now you've kind of bought the franchise, you've been on training, you've launched now for a couple of weeks. How confident are you both that you're going to hit the objectives that you've set for yourself? So let's start with Linden first.
Yeah, I mean, once you go through training, you do get a grasp of what's required, what's needed, and how to do it. I'm someone who likes to run before they can walk, so there's still being completely transparent, feeling of apprehension until we start getting business consistently through the door. But the leads are coming in. What you've told us to do and what we're doing is working. So it's just down to me to be a bit patient now, I think.
Yeah, well, not patient. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's to answer your question, if that's confident, I'd say a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, very good. And how about you, Tracy?
I'm absolutely confident that we will make the business a success. I have no doubt about that at all. Yes, it's been a very steep learning curve, not coming from a estate agency background, and obviously sort of learning everything. Right now, of course, my confidence in my abilities to do everything as I'm learning, that's slightly lower, and I'd say I still 6, 7, but I know that there's always somebody on hand to speak to ask, and having been supported to create a business plan, we always sort of bring ourselves back to that and say, right, the big picture can look quite daunting, but bring it back. This is what we're concentrating on, and it will happen. And I absolutely have no doubt about that. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, very good. And I think that support of the bigger network is so important, not just from the sheep pen team, but from the network itself. And that's something a lot of people rely on. So that's superb to hear that. So thank you both very much indeed for sharing that with us. Really, really excited for you both. And I'm sure you will, in fact, be a great success. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.